We had strawberry season, we relished the raspberries, and now it's time for peaches to have their moment. From fruit stands to restaurant menus, this seasonal pop of flavor is making its mark. Studio 5 food editor Chelsea Fairbourn has a roundup of some of the best peach flavors we're going to try over the next month. And when you're going around, how are you seeing it? Are you seeing it more sweet, more savory? What's the trend?
I think the most obvious is sweet. That's what you're going to find. They're predictable options. The savory, and we'll kind of get into this later, but the savory tends to creep into menu specials. And so as it gets closer to the end of August, early September, you're going to see specials that pop up on the savory side. So salads, some pizzas, maybe some burgers that creep in there, but they're a little harder to find and less obvious.
And those are my favorite.
Well, I'm a sucker for peaches. I love strawberries, I love raspberries, but peaches have my heart forever. And I'll get off the soapbox for now, but I could talk excessively about my love for them.
Well, and I'm not one of those people who knows the seasons of fruit. So tell me, when am I looking for the best peaches?
So right now is the beginning. So mid to late August is when peach season is really going to start. So anything that's claiming fresh peach before then is kind of lying. But right now to mid-September, maybe a little bit later, depending on how fruitful, if you will, the peach season is.
Okay, I've been laughing at your pun. Okay, we're starting off with, I think, which is one everybody thinks of, the peach shake.
Yes, so the one to get right now is Chick-fil-A. That's going to run probably until the end of August, is typically their peach season for peach shakes. They're great, you can't go wrong. There's a drive-through, the essential for me. We love peach season. And they have some other peach offerings on their menu that they've rolled out this year, so you can get that. And that's kind of wherever you are.
Yes.
If you are Utah County based, my love and end-all be-all for peach shakes is Taco Amigo. So Taco Amigo is, again, a very confusing restaurant a little bit because it's tacos, burgers, kind of small town diner, but shakes, that is what they are known for. So their peach shakes, they start typically the last week of August. You've just got to follow them on social media to find out when. And then when they're gone, they're gone. So they'll just all of a sudden be like, oh, peach season's over. Oh. So the first week of September is when I am in the drive-thru every single day. I will see you guys there. That's what we're working with Taco Amigo.
Okay, and you have something that you said is like a shake ice cream hybrid.
Yeah, so if you want something a little more decadent, it's a peach sundae from Burgess Orchards, which is also in the Alpine Highland area. And this is like layers of peach-infused ice cream with like the actual peach chunks chopped up and added in there and some whipped cream on top. And they have some different variations too. This is also a great place to, yep, there it is, all of its glory. I might be there today. We don't know.
So this is somewhere where you're going to walk up to a window and order it.
Exactly. Okay. You're going to walk up and order it. Or if you don't want to commit to something like that, they also have tons of peaches that you can just buy, by the crate, by the bucket, whatever it is. That's a great peach source if you're going to take something home and make it later.
Okay, so we're sticking with the sweet category, and you have some pastries you said we need to try.
Yes, so this is downtown Salt Lake, Vozen's Bread Paradise, and if you want a streusel or a strudel, this is where you're going to go. So let's see, this happened last week, so I was last week years old when I tried my first strudel that wasn't a toaster strudel, and they have peaches baked into the center of it with some cream, and it's so good. And then their streusel is that peach base with the cream cheese kind of mixed in. So that's the strudel that we're looking at, very similar to a toaster strudel, as we can tell, and the peach streusel with some layers of peach flavor there. That's so good. Grab and go. Check their hours beforehand. They kind of have some different unique hours with it being a bakery. But really great options.
Authentic, looks delicious. Okay, so now we're talking, my fave, the savory options. And you have one that it's at a place called Peach City.
Yes, so this is one that we're kind of masking as a peach find, even though it's mostly the namesake. So the Peach City is a small town kind of diner drive-in in Brigham City, which is known for peaches and peach days. And so you can go here. KSL actually voted them best fries a few years back. So best fries, get your burger, get your fixings, and this is one to pay attention to that they might pop in a special that would be more on the savory side. But they do have their peach ice cream, which is a guaranteed you can find there, and this is the mecca of peaches. So if there's a place to get peach ice cream, this is going to be it, and in a very charming spot in the state.
It looks darling. I've never been there. Brigham City. Okay, got to make a trek. I have heard, though, of Taggies.
Yes, so Taggies is going to be our fruit source.
Yeah.
So if we are looking to make anything at home, they have so many locations around the state as far as farmers markets and just pop-up fruit stands that you can go and grab your fresh peaches. And they also have, if you're a fan of jams or jellies, they also have their fresh jams and jellies that you can get too. I like their jalapeno peach jelly, which is really great to add into that savory taste if you're trying to recreate something at home. They also have their CSA boxes that have fresh produce. You have to get on that list early, check it. Sometimes there's some openings for recurring produce drop-offs, and so that's especially great for the seasonal options like peaches that you can add in more there. And really get your fruit fix from locally sourced produce.
And talking about taking something home, trying something at home, you have a favorite recipe.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is from Susie Robertson, who's been on Studio 5. Her parents were involved with Sandy's Fine Foods and Catering, which was an Ogden staple. I remember as a child going to Sandy's, and I lived for the peach tarts. And she has since Sandy's closed, they've offered the recipe and a video tutorial from her mom that you can make their famous peach tarts. You can make them small, individual sized, or this is a larger version, and they are so yummy. My mouth is watering, and probably my favorite peach dessert. So you can find that on her Instagram, Susie's Natural Health Movement, and she has the recipe there available.
Okay, so for people who were yearning for it ever since it left, you can still get it. And as you mentioned, just check with our local faves for those savory options that might be coming. Surprise.
Yep, keep an eye on those menus. So like Slackwater Pizza is a great example. Sometimes they add in a peach flavor, peach option to some of their pizzas. Pizza Pie Cafe does the same thing. That's kind of my favorite way to just tackle the savory side, is to keep my eyes peeled and ask a lot of questions.
And keep your eyes peeled for Chelsea. Where do we find more foodie finds?
So all my food finds are on Your Girl Needs Food on Instagram.
Your Girl Needs Food.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Thank you.
All right, getting our peach fix.